never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness.
The Omega curve, they come. Seen plenty of drama over the last 24 hours.
I think he's a lovely young man. He's got incredible talent, but it just has a...
To both Veda and Brian out front at 144, the first one that we've seen of the race. Also, as Uriarte gets nerfed wide by Beñat Fernandez, not quite from the same part of Spain, one from San...
Up weekends and down weekends, that's just the way it is.
Well, I do know he's I was just going to say, Maverick Vinales. So far then, and it is Gonzalez on a mission. Here is Hakim Dinit, and they're one from the Basque Country, almost neighbours basically. In geographic, the management agency, Marco Morelli said, actually it's part of Maverick Vinales' own. 14th place at the moment. He is closing steadily on the riders in front of it. Good terms, you can say.
Well, a great mix of nationalities there.
Agency, and he came by the 10 yesterday to sort of instantly after qualifying to see what was going on with him, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
No, he's lapping a very similar at the front of the field, isn't it? Kyrgyzstan leads
from Indonesia, effectively one of his riders. You know, part of the big part of that agency. It was announced yesterday.
Pace for the men in front, but of course he's got to go quicker. It's almost the same lap time as Uriarte and
Spain, Argentina, Italy. Zenmitani, the number 30 day. So I'm sure Maverick himself, a KTM factory rider, can be helping out with that.
Well, that's an Pratama in the front.
He can only hope for some misfortune to befall the two title rivals ahead of 4 up into 9th place now, as Pratama was the one who got really pushed back in the latest big shuffle.
Interesting point you make, because I know that from the Red Bull Athletes Performance Centre,
which is always in the realms of possibility, but they are looking very, very strong.
Yeah, and as Zen said, his real problem is qualifying. He came off the 6th row of the grid today. Was one of the mental coaches, works with Maverick Vinales actually, and he was in
out front. Both Uriarte and Pratama, they have basically been in the top 3-4 positions the entire
from 16th. And he said it's just very hard when you come from the back like that. But he's Jerez and working with Maverick. So if he can help Maverick, maybe Maverick can help Marco Morelli.
Race, the only riders to do so. They are just on another level here.
Yeah. You know, he did a superb job yesterday in the wet. He got up to 5th place. I wonder if he can do the same thing today. Really on the mental side, because you know, when you're that quick, when you can win a race on a different planet like he did at Essen last. So Uriarte. Now this is the opposite, of course, of what happened yesterday, which was Veda leading.
Christian Daniel Jr. in 11th spot at the moment. Tinez just
here. It really has. There's nothing wrong with your riding skill. It really has to be a mental thing, doesn't it?
You know, exactly. He's very
all the way, and Brian Uriarte watching what he was doing, where he was going, and picking just the
behind him in 12th. Those two biding their time a bit as we look towards the front of the race. Still can't push it. Very high praise rider in the Junior World Championship as well. He sits 9th position. Didn't have a very good
right moment on the last lap to pass. Now this time it's Veda who is watching Brian.
The rider who's really wanted to stay out front. He's happy to lead and do all the legwork. Morelli did is strictly speaking his best result was
see where the Spaniard is quickest.
Morelli's also recovered then after being completely pushed wide. Just behind him with Gonzalez too, and Beñat Fernandez doing a late braking in towards turn 1 as well. 8th place there in race 1. So Morelli just a bit bogged down in a few laps ago now. He's kept it calm. He's back up to 4th position. It's now a leading.
And as we've said so many times, you know, the guys don't have to muck each other up. Now this is a
confidence perhaps at the moment, you might say.
Yeah. Okay, back with the leaders then. So this is the leading 5.
Tech. You've got Beñat Fernandez leading the chasers just behind him, but how much tyre has he used up?
A place where you don't need the slipstream like you did at Mugello, and you can get away. You know, we've decided for whatever reason, with a 4.6 second gap, that these 5 are going to remain to the end.
All the way from the back of the grid. towards the front now as they go three abreast again. David Gonzalez.
At the moment, there's no real sign of it. It's a huge group. We're all the way the top 15 down to now. It'll, you know, who has an advantage? Who's got something extra? Obviously, Veda.
Oh, there's up the inside, pushes. I think Veda Pratama quite wide. He does, can't push it, goes wide as well. So it's.
You and Van Cruten are in the battle for the lead, but it is possible to break. The Pratama doesn't know the track quite as well as some of the Spaniards around him, but
now Morelli into third place, Veda in fourth.
Yes, and the number 11 advantage here and get clear. Let's see whether Karpushin can do it. It's Morelli in second place again. He's got good. That's never stopped him before, so I don't think the circuit knowledge thing is a. Evan of Gonzalez has the lead. He was disappointed yesterday. He got pushed back to fifth in the end, but Gonzalez, Uriarte, Fernandez and Rabadipa right on his tail.
And Uriarte's got to be careful because he's got a track limit.
It's a huge thing. Maybe the number 11, David Gonzalez, but that's his first rookie season. So if he knows that he's having a superb ride this time in the dry. Morelli on the 95 there, up into
this morning. One more infraction, he'll have to go through the long lap penalty lane. Same goes for Lucas Brown, the 29
track. It's not on this motorcycle, so it's really evenly paced here. And we've second place takes that from Gonzalez. Uriarte has the advantage in the lead.
Well, and in 17th place at the moment.
Yeah, and I saw Karpushin get precious close. To see anyone exercise a significant advantage anywhere. Certainly not sort of sitting up and waiting for.
Danish set a 1:45.2 last time around. He's quicker than about the next.
The green at the bottom of the track on that lap. He may or may not have touched it. Remarkable. Anybody down the back straight?
No, absolutely right. So I think these ones aside, one ride, 9 riders ahead of him, but is it going to be enough? He's still 1 second adrift.
Morelli in second place and leads the pack, back in contact with Karpushin. They go down the hill.
On the move is Zen Mitani, who's now into 6th place at 2:02, lapping similar pace from the chasing back. He's got it all to do, bless him. Come on, Akim, you can find another gear.
They've overtaken him, come out of the slipstream. There's his lead, got it. It's Brian Uriarte who takes the lead again. David got
to these guys here. Yaroslav Karpushin up in the 10th place at 2:01 last time around. Back on, it's all there for the taking as Morelli moves up into second place now ahead of Gonzalez.
Gonzalez in second place. You're looking back from Uriarte at the number 11 of
Karpushin was one of the riders that found himself way down the order on the grid, 24th.
And as I say, Morelli looking for his first win of the season. He's only been on the podium once. He can do better than Gonzalez. Then the 95 of Marco Morelli.
Position. So that is a heck of a pace from the Kyrgyzstani rider.
Yeah, but wasn't that? And that's what he's trying to show us at the moment. He's chasing Uriarte. He's ahead of Gonzalez.
Up the climb they come across the start-finish line.
That because he was penalised.
Exactly.
I think. So yeah, he was. You know, he came along this weekend and was good with Pratama.
He had his first junior GP podium just a couple of weeks ago in Aragon. He had a wild card rip, and again 9 laps to go this time around. Pratama getting bullied all over the place, Peter.